Michael, not many of us like going into work on a Monday morning, but was there a real appetite to get in today and work on what went wrong at the weekend?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, nobody likes losing, and certainly, obviously, when we've had the season that we've had so far, when losses haven't really come along that often. I think everybody will be in the same frame of mind today. Looking forward to sort of getting back in, dressing down, and dealing with things that didn't quite go our way on Saturday, and looking forward to tomorrow night's game.
I mean, it is not. There's not much time, is there, to try and turn things around in terms of making those little adjustments because of the amount of games there is.
No, there's not, and that's why you can't dwell on them. You know what I mean? And it's the same with victories. I hear and see managers up and down the country talking about not getting too high when you win and low when you lose, and I think it's difficult. It's much more difficult not getting too low when you lose than it is getting too high when you win. Certainly, but I mean, at the end of the day, you've got to learn from it, and I think from our point of view, there are things that we'll keep between ourselves, but there's certainly things that certainly in a couple of the losses so far this year, that things that can be eradicated and dealt with, and hopefully help us going forward.
Which disappointed you more, the defeat to Sunderland or the defeat to Portsmouth?
Probably Saturday, because I think there's a lot of changes to the team against Portsmouth that were unforced. Forced because of injuries, etc. Whereas Saturday, we experienced and been through what happened against Portsmouth, so we were aware of that. Having said all that, things change games very, very quickly, and there are very, very fine margins, because I'm also mindful of the fact that we could have been 1 or 2 up before the penalty had happened. Let's face it, it wasn't a penalty, but you've got to deal with the disappointment sometimes and move on, and we didn't do that particularly well. So we won't be dwelling too much on this game, I can assure you, because like I say, we've got too many games around the corner to start worrying about what's happened in the past.
It was too much change sides last week when you played Shrewsbury. Can you take anything from that game, any knowledge from that game as to how they're going to set up tomorrow?
Not massive amounts. I can't see them from a setup point of view, and I've seen a little bit of the whole game. That's not going to change much. Certainly personnel clearly is. I mean, I think it's one of them where even if it was the same personnel in both games, I think games are very, very different. If we was to play the same team tomorrow that we played last week, and we put out the same side, I'm sure the game would be very different, because obviously we won the game comfortably and they were going to do something about it. So our approach is making sure that we concentrate what we do, being aware of what the opposition threats are. But I think more importantly, we'd just be looking for a positive response from Saturday.
You've had to make quite a few changes most Tuesday nights, whether that's been enforced or not. Is it going to be similar tomorrow?
Probably, yeah. Although I'm hoping not too many, because I think there's a few players in the team that'll be desperate to try and make amends for Saturday. So I think one of them, where the 24 hours that we've got between sort of now and the game is going to be important, really, not just for a physical point of view, but from a mentality point of view as well.
Lovely, thank you, mate.
Morning, Michael.
Mark.
What did you manage to glean from Shrewsbury's game against Hull on Saturday? I mean, that was a fantastic result for them, wasn't it?
Yeah, and to be fair, let's face it, you look at some of the other results as well. Like, it's not a major surprise, if I'm being honest. If you look at the league as a whole, it's very tight. There's not a lot in it. I mean, obviously the bigger clubs are up near the top of the league, as you'd expect, and we're lucky enough to sort of be sandwiched between a lot of big clubs in this league. But even the sides like that are mid-table and just below mid-table and down the bottom, they're more than capable of beating the sides at the top of the league. And so surprised a little, Mark, to be honest with you, but not overly surprised. It's one of them. You look at the results coming in once your game's finished, and it's more a matter of like, all right, okay, let's try and make sure that doesn't happen to us next week or when we come against them.
Do you think because of the nature of the season, you're going to get more surprise results because of people are going to have different people available at different times because of injuries, COVID issues potentially.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, you know, there's going to be so many chops and changes to lineups because of what you said, you know, whether it be suspensions, whether it be because of COVID, whether it be injuries themselves. And again, you know, we've said this numerous times, and someone said it to me after the game on Saturday, you know, like the 4 defeats we've had this year, 3 of them have been at home, and, you know, does that play a part, you know, because obviously I remember, you know, a year or so ago, or maybe just over a year ago, when we played Sunderland, you know, when it was Sinsel, you know, there was over 10,000 people there, and I think it was a record crowd. Since obviously it's gone to the seating, and they helped, and it was massive. And, you know, that type of backing does give you a help. You know, Hull maybe different with them. Maybe, you know, they're enjoying not having fans, but there's certainly certain clubs up and down the country that it's benefiting more than others.
Could you give us an update on Conor McGrandles? What situation with his injury at the moment?
Calf injury, picked up obviously, you know, last Tuesday in the first half. If he won it, absolutely, it's Soleus. So it is his calf, it was part of his calf at the bottom. Probably going to be out for a couple of weeks. So whether that's Burton, possibly Hull, who knows? Obviously, it'll depend how he reacts over the next week or so.
And as I think we spoke about it on Saturday, but Liam Bridcut and Adam Jackson possibly another couple of weeks for them.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if we see any of them before the turn of the new year.
Turn of the new year. On the left back situation, you've had 3 players play there at times this season. Are you looking for someone to step up and try and, you know, hold on to that place, or is it going to be horses for courses kind of throughout the season, depending on the opposition?
A little bit of both. Don't get me wrong. You know, there's an opportunity there for someone to take the, you know, bull by the horn, so to speak, and, you know, really grasp their opportunity. Probably the amount of changes that we've had there, you probably suggesting. I don't need me to tell you that, you know, I don't feel someone's really taken that opportunity and really wanted to keep that shirt. So yes, it's an opportunity for whoever really wants a shirt, and at the same time, you know, it's a dangerous time for a player because obviously the transfer window's around the corner, and you know, if you don't feel you're getting what you want from certain positions, then obviously as a manager that allows me to do something about it. So there's an opportunity there for like Max, Teo, Sean, whoever it may be, and it's up to them to try and take it.
So it's an area you're thinking about looking at in January?
Thinking about all areas, to be honest with Mark, and it's one of them where, you know, to make us better, to improve us, the reality is obviously, you know, financial restraints will dictate to that a little bit, but it doesn't stop you, like, sort of preparing, making sure that you got an eye on the ball of, you know, potential players that can come and try and make you better.
And is it this week you're going to have a chat with the board about sort of the ramifications of that bailout package that was agreed the other week? Are you hoping to meet them before Christmas?
Yeah. Well, it's either Thursday or Monday. There's a couple of potential sort of dates booked in, and I'm thinking it'd be more next week if I'm getting right, because obviously, you know, there's no game next week, so it gives us an opportunity to sort of restock before the new year kicks in.
So that Gillingham game's not going to be slotted in next week then?
No, not from aware. No.
Okay, thanks, Michael. I'll see you tomorrow.
Cheers, mate.